How is it good, everyone? Today I'm here with my first video of 2019. Of course, I'm here with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 13 in Tokyo Dome. Of course, the show took place live this morning at 3 a.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Pacific, and overall coming out of Wrestle Kingdom 13. I thought it was an awesome show. Definitely was very easy to sit through the whole 4 hours of it, which I will say it was an awesome show. I was kind of surprised how short it was. I felt like a lot of these matches were cut short in time. A lot of them were around the 10-minute mark, which is very unusual. A lot of the bigger, especially the bigger matches, get a lot of time. So for most of the matches to get around 10 minutes, it was kind of odd to see that time period. And the pay-per-view is only 4 hours. Usually Wrestle Kingdom goes anywhere from 4.5 to to 5.5 hours, honestly. And it was it pretty much ended right at the 4 hour mark, so that was kind of odd. So I'm not sure why they had to cut time on the matches as well as the show itself, but that definitely didn't take away. Even though some of the matches I do believe could have delivered more if they got more time, a lot of the stuff was still great and really nothing to complain about. So Wrestle Kingdom 13 in Tokyo Dome, like I said, awesome show. Definitely was a great way to kick off the year, and I was very pleased with it. Like I said, that was very easy to sit through. The 4 hours kind of flew by, and we had a fantastic main event, which will without a doubt be one of the best matches of the year probably. So Wrestle Kingdom 13, definitely must-see show. Go check it out if you guys haven't already. Of course, the first match we had to kick off the main show, because we did have a pre-show match, which was the #1 Contenders Gauntlet match for the 6-man tag team titles. I didn't watch that though. So the first match we had on the main show was the Never Openweight Championship match between Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay. Excellent opener here. These two pretty much brought their game. I think they mixed in a bunch of different styles, of course high flying, which I'm pretty sure most people thought this match was going to be. It was just them doing a whole bunch of crazy moves. You had some great technical wrestling involved. You had them just beating the fuck out of each other in strong style. You got a mixture of a bunch of different things. I thought the pacing of this match was great as well. It kind of started off slow and then it gradually started picking up in the last couple minutes. You're on the edge of your seat because they were just going absolutely all at it. So Ospreay and Ibushi definitely had a tremendous opener right from the get-go. Both men, going for their finishers very early on. Ibushi was able to send Ospreay to the outside, hit the Golden Star moonsault onto Ospreay, but Ospreay jumped up into the apron and actually kicked him in midair to counter it, which was great. Hit the Sasuke special onto the outside onto Ibushi. Back in the ring, he's got a whole bunch of different smooth transitions from both men, and hitting each other's finishers, or I think Ospreay hit the Os Cutter, but Ibushi kicked out, and then I don't think Ibushi hit the knee at all. He might have, but I don't think he got all of it. But there was another cool spot where I believe Ibushi was in the Tree of Woe, and Ospreay slapped him, and then Ibushi slapped him. They were just slapping the fuck out of each other. I thought that was absolutely a tremendous spot right there as well. And the finish was crazy. They're just countering a bunch of shit, going back and forth, and then Ospreay ended up hitting. I forgot what he hit on Ibushi, but he had Ibushi laid out, and he hit the elbow to the back of the head to Ibushi, and Ibushi got knocked the fuck out. He was out, plain and simple. And then Ospreay hit the Stormbreaker for the 1-2-3. So Will Ospreay defeats Kota Ibushi in the opening match to win the Never Openweight Championship. Just an excellent opener here. But the problem is, and some people might be like, well, why is this a problem? The reason to me it's a problem is because, excuse me, I don't think we're going to get one, but this match left me wanting a rematch. I wanted more from them. I didn't feel fully satisfied. Even though I liked what I saw, I didn't get a full serving, pretty much. So that's my only complaint. Just left me wanting more. Which, like I said, in ways it is good, but in this case, since I don't think we're gonna get a rematch, it's not really good. But yeah, Ospreay defeats Ibushi. Tremendous opener. And then, like I said, Ibushi is knocked out cold. They actually had to stretch him out, which is kind of scary. But from what I hear, he's doing fine. So definitely was a scary moment, but just a tremendous opening match. From there, I'll go to the 3-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. Of course, you have Desperado and Kanemaru taking on Roppongi Vice, taking on Bushi and Shingo Takagi. Not really much to it. Of course, Zuki-gun tried to attack everyone before the bell rang. A bunch of spots on the outside. Roppongi 3K actually looked really good in this match. I thought they looked excellent. Probably their best showing. Not their best match by far, but definitely one of their best showings that I've seen them as a tag team. And of course, at the end, Shingo Takagi got a hot tag. Everyone went apeshit for him. He went absolutely crazy. Won the match with the last call of the dragon, or whatever his finisher is called. I forgot. And won the tag team titles. So him and Bushi are the brand new junior heavyweight tag team champions. It was a good match for what it was. It was short, but it definitely was a lot more fun than I anticipated it to be. So, and it was cool to see LIJ get some more tag team titles. So, like I said, Bushi and Shingo Takagi are your new tag team champions. Okay, it was a good match. Not really much to it. From there, we go to the RevPro British Heavyweight Championship match. Tomohiro Ishii taking on Zack Sabre Jr. And this was another awesome match right here. Personally, honestly, I feel like this match is better than the opener, but that was just me, just because I just absolutely love when guys beat the fuck out of each other, and that's exactly what Ibushi and not Ibushi, I apologize, Ishii and Sabre did in this match, because it was just right from the get-go. You know, Sabre was trying to lock in an armbar submission, because it's like he said in the press conference, he was going to submit Ishii in a minute, and that's exactly what he tried to do. Ishii was able to get out of it. He just had a lot of great the transitions and counters in this match were so fucking smooth, you would not believe it was butter. That's how smooth this shit was. I could not believe how unbelievably smooth these two were in the ring. It was so crisp, I couldn't even believe my eyes. There was a really cool spot where Sabre jumped off to the second and tried to lock in a guillotine, but Ishii caught him and just overhead threw him behind him. Looked up. It was an awesome spot right there. They just beat the fuck out of each other with chops, and Ishii nearly killed Sabre with a headbutt at one point. Sabre also, you know, annihilating him with a penalty kick a few times. They were just laying their shit in. They had a lot of great technical wrestling in this match as well. It was pretty much almost a mix of everything from the first match, minus any high-flying stuff. So Ishii and Sabre just beat the fuck out of each other. Like I said, the wrestling was so smooth and crisp. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought it was better match than the opener. And then Zack Sabre Jr. just fucking waffles up Ishii and just bending his arms and just, I don't even know what fucking submission he had Ishii in, but Ishii he submitted. And for Zack Sabre Jr., he get a win over Ishii, and he beat the fuck out of Ishii at the end too, by the way. Like, he was laying his shit in, and then he locked his ass up and nearly broke his arms. Sabre's no one to fuck with. He's one bad motherfucker, and he proved against Ishii, and him and Ishii just had an incredible match, I thought. And yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. wins the RevPro British Heavyweight Championship for, I believe, a third time. And yeah, just an incredible match for those two. From there, we go to the three-way match for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Of course, the Guerrillas of Destiny defending against Evil and SANADA. Not defending, but also taking on the Young Bucks. This was a great match, I thought. I thought it was really good. You know, it was quick, but I thought the stuff they had in the match was great. Early on, Evil took out Matt and, you know, threw him on the ramp and closed him onto the ramp to work on his back some more. There was a crazy spot with the Bucks and LIJ where there was just like 50 flips in a row. It was crazy. Like, everyone was just going absolutely nuts at that point. You know, Tama Tonga was trying to lay in the he's a good guy now gimmick. So there's one point where Matt Jackson, I believe, had SANADA and the sharpshooter, and Tonga Loa went to break it up, but Tama Tonga prevented him because, hey, we're a good guy. We got to follow by the rules now. So I like that Tama Tonga was playing more into his good guy gimmick for this match. But the end was pretty crazy as well. He had a bunch of stuff going towards the end. LIJ was able to hit what's Gallows? Magic Killer out of nowhere, which was cool because I believe they set it up and then someone hit someone and like they flew on someone else and they just like transitioned into the Magic Killer. It looked pretty cool. But at the end, Magic Killer, moonsault from SANADA, LIJ, Evil, SANADA are brand new IWGP Tag Team Champions. You know, it was very good, like I said. You know, it was short, but I really enjoyed it for what it was. From there, we go to the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match. Cody defending against Juice Robinson. Not much to this match at all. Too much Brandy involvement. Brandy actually got involved a lot to the point where she actually got ejected. Cody is pretty much dominant, and Juice, you know, hit a KO punch. Cody hit a terrible pulp friction on Juice Robinson. Like, he went for it and then like looked like he forgot to do it, so he's like, I fucking improvised it. It came off absolutely horrible. But Juice had to come back after the KO punch, hit not one but two pulp frictions on Cody to get the 1-2-3 win and become the two-time IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, this match, nothing to it. A lot of Brandy involvement would slow the match down. Juice got his ass kicked in at the end. He just beat the fuck out of Cody and won the championship. You know, short and not really sweet at all. It came off more like a bigger waste of time than anything else, to be perfectly honest. So that was that. From there, I'm going to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Kushida defending against Taiji Ishimori. I just want to say, for Kushida's entrance, that was creepy as fuck. I'm pretty sure that was his son. That was like the mini version of him. But that mask that kid was wearing, that was almost like it was like his legit face. It was scary. But Ishimori and Kushida had a really good match as well. I just think this match got overshadowed, and I don't think a lot of people really cared for it. So it was kind of one of those matches you watch. It was like, you know what? It was really good, but nothing really notable to it. Of course, you know, Kushida was working on the arm and trying to lock in the hoverboard lock throughout the entire time. Ishimori's slide under the rope while hitting a German while they're on the second rope is absolute money. I thought that was a great spot right there. And, you know, Kushida was able to fight out of, what the hell is Ishimori's finisher called? My mind's going blank, but he was able to fight out of it several times, at one point even locking the hoverboard armbar onto Ishimori, but at the end Ishimori hit his finisher to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, so he's a brand new champion. Like I said, really good match, just nothing really notable happened to it, and I don't think really many people pay attention. From there we go to Okada taking on Jay White. Okada coming back with his old theme, blonde hair and the trunks. He was not wearing those shitty, horrible pants that he always wears nowadays. So the Rainmaker was in full effect tonight, and I felt like him and Jay White had a great match. Probably Jay White's best match that I've seen, because every Jay White match I've seen really has not been very good, besides match at Tanahashi at King of Pro Wrestling. Well, no, him and Juice Robinson had the best match at the G1 Special in San Francisco. I'll correct myself on that as well, because I remember loving that match live. But I don't know, I've just never been a fan of Jay White, and I think this is definitely a proving match. Okada had a nice spot where Jay White was taking him out on the outside, got power slammed onto the barricade a few times, and then Okada fought back. Gedo tried to attack him. Okada ended up throwing Gedo into Jay White and then hitting the moonsault over the barricade onto Jay White and Gedo. So that was a nice spot right there. You can definitely tell the old Okada was back, just the way he was, just the aggression and just the way he was working. And I thought there was a lot of great mixture of great action. Gedo tried to slide into steel chair at one point, but Okada was able to slide it back out. Hit his signature drop kicks onto Jay White, which were just picture perfect. And the ending was really fun as well, where Okada was going for the Rainmaker and Jay White was able to counter it into a Blade Runner, but Okada countered that into a Tombstone and hit it for a nice near fall. And then of course Jay White, and then Okada was going for the Rainmaker, go for it. Jay White countered into the Blade Runner, but Okada countered that into another Rainmaker, or tried to tempt it into a Rainmaker, but of course when he went for it, Jay White countered that into a Blade Runner, hit it, and 1, 2, 3 defeated Okada clean in the middle of the ring. Jay White defeated Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, clean as a sheet. That was extremely shocking. I was not expecting Jay White to win at all, especially with Okada coming back with the whole Rainmaker get up and showing the world, hey, the old Okada, the real Okada is back, and just losing in like what, 10-12 minutes too. Very short match. I was just very stunned. Definitely was a big win for Jay White. I think probably if I'd be ideal, he challenges for the IWGP Heavyweight title at Dominion, or maybe another show before that. So obviously, he beat him for a reason, but I just think it was very shocking to see Jay White defeat Okada. I think definitely smart money was on Okada to win, and Jay White just pulled the victory out of his ass. So that was extremely shocking, but it was just crazy. So Jay White defeats Okada, great match. No, not Okada dome level match, but it was still a great match. From there, we go to the no DQ match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Of course, Chris Jericho defending against Tetsuya Naito. Naito, right from the get-go, attacks Jericho. He's beating the fuck out of Jericho on the outside for a good while. Tombstones him onto the apron. Or pile drivers him onto the apron. Sorry, not Tombstone. So Naito is beating the fuck out of Jericho. The match starts. And then Jericho has a comeback. Jericho starts beating the fuck out of Naito with a kendo stick. DDTs Naito onto the announce table, which I thought Naito's head got cracked open, because if you heard that impact when Naito took that DDT, you would have thought he was dead. He hit fucking hard on that table. So I thought for sure Naito was dead, and Jericho continued to beat the fuck out of him for a good while with kendo stick shots. Then at one point Naito started beating the fuck out of Jericho with the kendo sticks. And then Jericho hit a code breaker on Naito for a great near fall. Naito was able to hit Jericho with the kendo stick and hit his own code breaker on Jericho for a nice near fall as well. So that was absolutely insane to see that. To see Jericho or Naito kick out of a code breaker and then Jericho kick out of it as well. Naito hit a Destino for a near fall. Jericho kicked out of that, which was just absolutely insane. Jericho at one point low blow Naito, tried to hit him with another code breaker, which he kicked out of again. Just absolute madness. And of course, Jericho brought in some chairs. Naito gave him a German suplex to the stack of chairs, which looked like her like a bitch. And then towards the end of the match, Naito or Jericho had the low blow Naito, even when the referee was it was dumb, because Jericho had to distract the ref and then low blow Naito, which is dumb because it's a no DQ match, so it wouldn't have mattered the ref saw anyways. Anyways, it was dumb. Low blow Naito, got the Intercontinental title, went to hit Naito with a Naito duck down, ended up hitting Jericho with the championship, and then hitting another Destino for the 1-2-3 victory. So it's that Tetsuya Naito wins the Intercontinental Championship once again from Chris Jericho. This was a great brawl. I thought those two went out there and, you know, you saw a newfound aggression from Jericho, you know, that you saw in the match with Omega last year, but I feel like with his character, he definitely ramped it up, and he was definitely way more aggressive than he usually is, and he definitely showcased in this match. And I thought, you know, him and Jericho just put in an awesome brawl, like I said, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was really good, and at this point, best match in the show, to be perfectly honest. It was just a fantastic brawl, and it was better than their Dominion match too, so. And that was just a great match, and just really enjoyed the brawl aspect of it. And then, of course, to go to the main event, which was the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, Kenny Omega versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Fantastic, incredible, beautiful match. These two went out there and told terrific story. The selling was just fantastic from both men. It was just incredible. The wrestling, you guys, amazing spots as well. In the ending too, it was just very exciting. You know, you couldn't help but edge your seat during it. It was awesome. And you know, right from the get go, you know, they're kind of messing around. You know, Mega bitch slapped Tanahashi, and him had a, you know, bitch fight essentially. You know, the match got drawn to the outside. Omega hit a moonsault off of the barricade on Tanahashi. Tanahashi at one point set Omega up on a table on the outside and tried to hit the high five flow onto the outside onto Omega, but Omega got out of the way, and Tanahashi just ate absolute shit when he came crashing down, which was just absolutely insane. That spot was crazy. I don't even know why he did that, but it was awesome. And then Tanahashi worked on Omega's leg when he hit a vicious, it wasn't even like vicious, it was just the way Omega's leg snapped during it, just a vicious snap. Fuck, I forgot what it's called, but he snapped Omega's leg. Not a snap, a corkscrew, but God, my mind's really going blank right now. I apologize, but he just absolutely snapped Omega's leg. Looked like he broke it, so that was played into a huge factor in the match. And you know, the story was great, and the ending was even better with the, you know, the last couple, you know, minutes of the match, and it was just very dramatic, and a lot of great transitions and counters towards the end. You know, Omega kept going for the one-winged angel, but Tanahashi kept, you know, somehow countering out of it. At one point, you know, hitting a Rana onto Omega to counter out of it. Omega hits up the V trigger, goes for the one-winged angel once again, but Tanahashi ends up hitting a sling blade out of it, which followed by the high five flow, and which would actually be the finish of the match. And Tanahashi becomes the brand new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Just absolutely insane. A lot of great callbacks as well. And, you know, at one point, you know, Tanahashi went for the high five flow, and Omega got his knees up at the last minute, and then Omega ended up hitting the high five flow, and then Tanahashi kicking out one, like, bitch, fuck no, you ain't beat me with my move. That was a great moment in the match as well. And just the wrestling portion was great as well. Like I said, the storytelling was amazing. It's just one of those matches, honestly, like I say, it's just beautiful. You know, from start to finish, it was beautiful. And definitely must-see match, you know, and definitely match of the year already. You know, I know it's for 4 days in the year, but if there's a match to beat, it's definitely going to be this one until the end of the year. So, you know, Omega and Tanahashi's put on a tremendous main event, and definitely was a great way to close the show. Definitely was a better match than main event than last year's, I'll say. Definitely blew my mind. Just 40 minutes of just great wrestling, and you couldn't really complain about it at all. And yeah, that'll do it for my Wrestle Kingdom 13 in Tokyo Dome review. Like I said, I thought Wrestle Kingdom 13 was an awesome show. Definitely delivered. Just wish it got a little bit more time, even though I wasn't upset that it ended at 4, because that way it was an hour earlier. I had to go to bed because I was expecting to go to bed at 5 a.m. But at the same time, you know, for someone that I think these matches, you know, like for example, I think the opening match got like 20 minutes, but what's the match? Okada and Jay White. Honestly, if it got maybe 10 more minutes, it could have been Okada level great, you know, but since it was only like 12 minutes or so, it didn't, you know, reach that level, unfortunately. So I just feel like more time, these matches definitely could have benefited more. But it doesn't take away, it's still a fantastic show. This is going to be a hard show to beat as well for show of the year. And definitely I recommend checking out if you guys haven't already. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And of course, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching the video.